Hey guys on YouTube, welcome. So welcome to my kitchen. I live in a bungalow, which is a single-story house, 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a lounge, and a kitchen. And I have a garden at the back there, and I have a front area where I park my car, which is from Motability, and also adapted with a lift for my scooter, so I can take my scooter out in my car. The idea of the scooter and the adapted vehicle is because of just recently, within the last couple of years, when I've become less able. It's been quite a challenge for even me to accept the fact that I'm becoming less and less able over the years. From a very young age I was in a wheelchair, and from a very young age I've had to fight to do anything at all. So to fight to walk, fight to get a job, and fight to live independently. It's very difficult for people to understand if they don't have a disability. They tend to see disability as somebody else's problem until they suddenly become disabled. They ask me quite a lot, what's it like to have cerebral palsy? Well, to be perfectly blunt, I don't know any different. I've never been able-bodied, as it were. Some people don't understand that CP is something that you're born with usually. I mean, you can acquire it if you have a brain injury, but usually what it is a lack of oxygen to the brain during birth or just after birth. There are things that I find difficult, and since the last 2 years, you know, my health and my back and my legs and everything else have degenerated. I have to accept the fact that there are going to be things that I'm not able to do anymore, or I'm going to have to find a way around it. For example, you know, walking distances, I now rely on my walking stick and also my scooter. Around the house I can cope. So the question that I get asked is, what's it like? Well, I can't really answer that. All I can say is it's very frustrating sometimes, because I know personally that there's stuff that I do or sound like. For example, I know that I'm talking to you now, and I'm very conscious of making sure that I'm talking clearly, because I know that I can slur my words, and you can hear it in the tone of voice. And certainly some of my school friends, if you hear them talking, some of them are very, you have to sort of tune into their way of speaking to be able to understand them. So when you meet people for the first time, you're overcoming that initial problem of what you look like and then what you sound like, because for many years, and you go for a job interview, for example, your first impression is when you walk through the door, and you obviously walk through the door with a particular gait, and then you open your mouth, and then then they can hear you talking. Of course, that is when they're making up their mind about you. And certainly from a working point of view, I've had several jobs where I've encountered discrimination. Let's just put it like that. One particular job, I was working, and I had already started work. I'd given up another job and taken this particular job, and on my very second day, I think it was, I was called into the office, and basically I was grilled about my ability to be able to carry heavy equipment around, you know, considering I was a computer engineer, so they were concerned I wouldn't be able to carry stuff around. Well, basically they can't really discriminate on that, because there are health and safety laws, disability discrimination laws, so they couldn't really sack me, as it were, But I really did think that they were going to, because more recently was when I had my back surgery, and I was teaching in a sports centre, and basically shortly after I'd had my operation and found out that I wasn't going to be back straight away, well, within 6 months, as I previously told them, they sacked me because they said, well, you're not going to be able to come back. You know, you can't give us a time frame, and we need to get somebody else. So being disabled, you know, I don't really like the word disabled, but it's a fact of life. There's stuff that I can't do or I find difficult. I don't know whether you can see, but I'm just having a drink of hot coffee there. When you make the coffee, there's no way that I would be able to take that anywhere within the house. So I end up having to drink the coffee here. And you'll notice that if you look at the cup there, I actually use a straw for hot drinks, because obviously if I start to pick up hot cups, it's liable to go everywhere. I can just about manage a cold drink, because you know, it's a lot easier to do, and certainly with cold drinks, I couldn't really carry any cold drinks anywhere. These are really frustrating, annoying things I can't do. I rely on other people to be able to help me with. I mean, there's little things that you come across every day that are really frustrating, and normal average people don't even consider that it would be a problem. I mean, often cases you get asked to fill in a form. I can write, but I can write, you know, okay, not too bad. They wouldn't be able to read my writing, put it that way. I think I'm related to a doctor, maybe, I don't know. Things like that are a little bit frustrating as far as having cerebral palsy. The difference being is that for people that have lost a leg or have had some sort of problem where they've been able-bodied and then disabled afterwards, that is that they know they have something to compare the before and after, and I don't even know. I couldn't even consider. All I know is that I couldn't walk before, and I can walk now. Most of that is my own doing. I've had to be able to make myself do it. Otherwise, I would probably still be in a wheelchair. That's really all I wanted to say as far as trying to answer the question of what's it like to have cerebral palsy. I don't really know. There is a perception of disability that the media, especially the government, have been portraying at the moment, and basically we are being persecuted by the present government as far as, you know, all of our benefits. I don't ask for anything. I have always worked from a very early age. As soon as I could get a job, then I did. I mean, I spent 8 years unemployed because of Maggie Thatcher. I got a job eventually by my own determination. I have never asked for anything, and I have claimed the benefits that I'm entitled to as a disabled person, obviously, but they aren't really. I don't see them as being perks. The car that I have, for example, is Motability vehicle, for which I had to pay £2,500 towards it. That comes out of my pocket, and I don't get that back. I had the car for 3 years, and then I give the car back, so I don't even own the car. The car is essential for me to get from A to B. I wouldn't be able to go shopping, I wouldn't be able to go to work, I wouldn't be able to go anywhere, and I certainly wouldn't be able to do any travel blogs. But people see that as a perk. They see that, oh, you've been given a car. We have to pay for our car, you know, which is the type of attitude that's being encouraged by this government. And to be fair, I pay my taxes as much as I possibly don't. I don't know. It's up to my accountant. But you see the point. The point is that we're not asking for all of, we're not asking for this I think the point is we're not asking for this disability. It just happens. We are here. Now, obviously, there's going to be people that really don't like that, and they don't like. They just don't like you as a person. Certainly, I found that within my teaching. I mean, I had a new class start. One of them, an older chap, didn't come back because I was teaching it, and I was basically with cerebral palsy. And I know this for a fact, even if they don't actually come out and say it. That is the attitude that we're trying to overcome with things like what I'm doing with the blogging. I'm trying to promote not only myself, but also the way of life that we're trying to show you. I'm being very honest with you, but I'm sure that there's going to be people that are going to click the dislike button. I know for a fact that we've already had that. People just click the dislike. I've even had some really horrible comments on one of my videos. I have absolutely no idea why people post horrible things. I really don't. I mean, to be fair, I'm putting myself up on YouTube for people to look at, and unfortunately, I suppose I have to accept the side effect is that people are not going to like me. If I don't like it, then I just stop making videos as far as I can see. I'm hoping that this video will give an insight into what I am and what my condition is, and probably why I'm doing video blogging. I'm hoping that people who are in a similar situation to me will take inspiration from it and be able to say, yeah, I can do things. Yes, I can do this and that. If you've got any comments to say, then put them down below, comment below. I think I need to drink my coffee because it's getting a bit cold. So I'll catch you again next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you again next time for another video blog.